Right, this is going to be a little quick one. It's an optional one if you want to install an SSL certificate, which basically means in English it's a secure website, which you will need if you are taking payments off anybody. I would also recommend it if you're dealing with anybody logging into your website. In fact, I would recommend it full stop, because among other things, Google likes secure websites, users like secure websites, and quite frankly, there's no reason not to. The only gotcha with all of this is that depending on who you're hosting with, the process may be slightly different. Nowadays, most people will give you a point and click option. Unfortunately, still many charge you for it, which is a shame. However, there are companies, and I'll mention it again, and I'm sorry to be a scratch record, but SiteGround will give you a certificate if you're on the associated plan, a free certificate. If not, then you can purchase one quite reasonably. I would always recommend, in fact, I'd probably not work with anybody who didn't put a secure certificate on their website, because there really is no reason not to these days. So, I'm hosting with SiteGround, as we chose before. So I'm just going to quickly show you how on SiteGround, how you add a secure SSL certificate. Brackets in disclaimer, if you've chosen a different hosting company, the process, whilst the same, may be a different set of buttons and menu options to choose from. If in doubt, give your hosting company a support call, ticket, whatever, and say, I want a secure certificate, how do I go about it? This is a good reason actually why you should research things like the cost of a SSL certificate with a hosting company before you sign up. So do your homework first. Anyway, let's crack on, because this is a quick one. How to add a SSL certificate to a website. In my case, the website was registered before, and then you'll get HTTPS at the start of your URL and a nice little green padlock to tell the user your site is secure. Okay, so screen, and then we're going to log into SiteGround. I'm going to put my blind specs on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Apologies for the fast forward there. A little bit boring while I remembered my login details. Excuse me. Proof that I don't pre-prepare these and make it all swizzy and whizzy and cut corners. Right, so I'm now logged into SiteGround. I can now go to my accounts, and I'm looking for my control panel. Your control panel with your hosting company may differ. Most people use cPanel, which is exactly the same as SiteGround. So I'm now going to go in and go to cPanel. So when I go and I log in, remembering not to speak my password out now. So this is cPanel, which we've covered before, so no need to go into this in much depth. It will look familiar to you probably if you have cPanel on your hosting. You may have a slightly more, dare I say, a modern looking theme to your control panel with your hosting company, because cPanel is a bit dated. It's what we might call functional. Okay, so frequently accessed areas I've got down here, but I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to go down to security and click on Let's Encrypt. This is the SiteGround way of doing it through cPanel. As I keep saying, apologies to keep repeating myself, but through your hosting company, the process will be the same, just the series of buttons or menu options may be different. Use the support of your hosting company. It's what you're paying them for, to ask how to do it. Don't be shy. So I want to go through and add a new certificate, and the certificate is what refers to the SSL certificate. And I'm going to go down and find my website, which was Club. There it is. There, cluboften.com, and I'm going to click on install. So this adds a certificate to the website, which is basically just a couple of files. And you can manually add a certificate to a website, but that's probably a whole training course in itself, because that is a bit bleh. Whereas if you've got a click and do it option, that's where you want to go. As I say, while it's doing that, this is optional. You don't have to make a website secure. If you're not getting people to log in and ask for their bank details, then it's not essential. However, people like Google, you may have heard of them, like to see websites that are secure, and more is going to be commonplace. And I suspect in a few years' time, we'll probably have a nice little chuckle around websites that don't have a secure certificate on them. Right, that's done. So I've now got a certificate on my website. So if I was to now TPS www.clubof10.com, I think it was, I get Hello World. Now I'm going to tell you why I've got Hello World. That's because the website is up and running. So let's quickly review where, and this is my website, Hello World. So let's just go to cPanel. In fact, no, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to carry on in the next lesson, because some people may not have followed this through and didn't want a secure certificate, in which case they won't get to this stage and we'll lose people, and I end up repeating myself. So I'm going to stop there. That's the SSL installed. You can see my certificate is on there and my website is now marked as secure. The next lesson I'm going to show you where in this hosting world your website is and how to get WordPress on there.